So, hey guys, Chauzu here. So these are going to be my accessible teams for Treasure Map versus Momonosuke, where we can super evolve the Pirate King Adventures Luffy, who now has Kid in the art, very cute. Let's just take a quick look at the buffs this Luffy got, and I'll say what I've said before. Like, I don't really mind them doing 5+ of PKA units for Treasure Map, but then it has to be a substantial improvement. This is the second time in a row where it has not been a substantial improvement. Captain ability, not even worth talking about. He got a worse captain buff than the Shibis got. As for the special, they added some new stuff, mainly if Luffy has a recovery orb, which is not something you can count on. When you use the special, you get some extra healing and recovery. You can do some more damage depending on how many recovery you consume, which also feels like a bit whatever. Then, like everything else here is basically the same. It's just that if you consumed enough recovery orbs, you can get a bit higher orb boost, and the base orb boost is a bit higher as well, I think. And then, if you consume 12 recovery orbs, you remove more the special bind by, well, 1 turn more. So sure, it is an improvement. I just don't think it is good enough improvement for a 5+. Maybe if you didn't have to consume as many recovery orbs, or if you only need to consume 6 to get the extra special bind removal, but yeah, 12 is very steep. With that said, let's jump into the treasure map, and I must say that this is the most easy I've had to build accessible teams for quite some time. They actually gave us quite a few good options for once in team building. And as for accessible team, it mainly means I'm not using the very latest legends, like half year or so is usually what I do. In terms of more limited units, we're talking 1 year plus that they've been released. And in general, I try to avoid any limited support, stuff like that. But yeah, first we have against the new 5+ Luffy. They want you to use Kid, and honestly, Kid is really good for this. So he basically handles everything here, the paralysis, there's barriers, but if you use Kid's superclass final stage, he will kill all of the mobs easily. You can use his special to wave clear in an earlier stage, and you will get the super bomb you need to activate the super class. You can also wave clear. You can use one super class to wave clear as well. Then final stage, you can use the Croc, for example, to get a chain boundary. You don't have to use the support on Croc. It just means you can use one less special. You can use Kid again for the Sorrow, or you just skip using Kid and use the Luffy to get an attack boost, try and fit another orb boosting support, stuff like that. Yaj is just to have another deck striker, and yeah, Chibi is just for some extra boost. Then we have Kyoshiro, which is made for Stampede Luffy, but we're saving him for the boss. And yeah, side deck strengths are boosted. We have the spear and paralysis here, which the Luffy ignores as captain as long as he is fully level limit broken and has a key limit break expansion. That is, he's definitely worth it. You should do it. Then he ignores all of that. We can use Robin to get the death down conditional and remove the attack down. Zoro and Frankie for orb boost and color affinity, Luffy attack boost, and Chibi are just a point boost. Super easy. Then we have Raizo. We actually use Zephyr here. I'm going to invest in the Luffy. I've just been a bit lazy. And yeah, this is made for Hiyori, but she's not needed. Strength Dex quick gets reduction. We have paralysis, the spear, bind, and attack down. There's also a 10 HP revive with a barrier. So we can ignore the barrier because we have Zephyr. Zephyr will give us a multi-turn attack boost. If you have Kiko Ice, you can also use them to have a chain lock. they will remove 1 turn of attack down with the support. If you don't have Kiku Eyes, you just add anything that can help remove attack down and maybe give some chain or something. The Luffy, together with Pudding, will remove all of the bind, the spear, paralysis. Pudding support gives color affinity to Zephyr. Luffy special will give ore boost to Zephyr to go along with his attack boost. And the giant here, Ors, right? I forgot his name, but it's Ors, I think. He will remove most of the attack down. I just noticed it doesn't remove 5 turns of attack down. I think it's 6 turns of attack down, right? Yeah. So this doesn't work then, but you can put anything to remove attack down, to be honest. Sort. Always good to double check. Yeah, that was the issue. Like if you have Hina, she's a no-brainer to use. Even gives higher ore boost than Luffy. If you don't have Hina, well, you can use something unboosted, or let's see if there's something boosted that can help remove attack down. And we have, I already see here, like Dog, for example. Then you can remove this, and we can put the cat support, for example. Yeah, something like that. Don't even need to use the special. Or I have to remove attack down with the special as well, of course. I'm done. That's what happens when you try and go a bit too fast. We need to remove 6 turns of attack down. So that means we have to use unboosted. So the best thing to do is sort by special charge time. Do we have anything that can do it? Yeah, this dog works, and we put cat again. Probably something better, but in the small time I have here, this will have to do. Cat even gives a chain, I think, so that's pretty good. If you don't have Kiku Eyes. But yeah, the team works. Sorry for it not being perfect right away. I also want to point out that if you want to use ores, you have the option of using the scabbard support to remove attack down. You can use it if you run ores. Moving on. This is the most finicky team, but I try to do as high boost as possible. When I build my own teams, I don't think about boost as much. This team, Slash and Free Spirits Rival are boosted. Final stage has a lot going on. We have Special Bind, Unfavorable Orbs, they are locked. We have a Barrier, Damage Threshold, Death Up, and then there's a Heal with Silence. You can't use specials. And there's a Decreased Chain. But yeah, with this team and Tesoro Captain, you can wave clear with Tesoro both stages, and the first Tesoro will actually give a 6-turn chain lock due to the ship and the captain abilities. You will keep the chain lock to that revive to have enough chain. Other than that, Hyogoro will remove Death Up. Zoro will remove Damage Threshold together with the Nami support. The support on Luffy Ace together with the Zoro Captain ability removes the Special Bind. We can use the Film Gold unit with Barrier Pan. The Cavendish support we give attack and ore boost, and together with the chain lock from Tesoro and Color of Infinity from Hyogoro, they will do a lot of damage. And if you're only going for 10 million points, that will easily work to the end. And then on the revive, you can just kill with them again. So yeah, I think this team works is a bit finicky, but the main reason I make these teams is to give more options. I doubt anyone will make a team like this, so something to consider. Then we have the boss and intrusion, which is honestly super easy thanks to having Stampede Luffy. He helps so much. The funny thing with the boss and intrusion is that I put the Akainu and Fuji on both of them, and they actually work. I'm super happy Bandai actually boosted some admirals for Green Ball. Otherwise this would have been a nightmare, but they did, so many thanks for that. So quest guide. We have some Christmas celebration outside, so I don't know if you guys can hear it. Powerhouse Free Spirit Fighter are boosted here. Stage 2. There's a lot of barriers here. I don't think it will be an issue. 2 issues here though, or 3 issues, is the attack down, the burn, and the Dex slot barrier. Also death damage. So my plan for this stage is we use Green Ball, get a full board of Dex Orb. Then we use Green Ball's Super Class to good lock all of the Dex Orbs. Then we can use Luffy special. It does not need to be a max Luffy. Even when he's not maxed, he removes 5 turns of attack down. So you just need to add a support to remove the final turn, in this case Chauzu on Marco Whitebeard. Luffy also gives damage reduction with the Brook support. Then when we get to final stage, we have Special Bind, we have Paralysis, the Spear, and you're not allowed to change slots, which we handle. Special Bind is handled by Marco and Whitebeard. Super Swap plus Special does not need to be a maxed Marco Whitebeard. Their Super Swap will be automatically charged, so you don't need to stall for it. It's a 6 turn swap though, so you need to swap 1 time to have it ready. And then you swap and use the special and remove all of the Special Bind. Then we use Namirobi for an Orb boost. The Soba support we give an attack boost. We can use Akainu to get a burn conditional. Fuji to get a color affinity, just swap into Cap. Use the super type, move him back down. And we also have Doffer for a chain boost. So this is actually going to be some really good damage too. So very happy with this team. It should work fine. Then we have the Intrusion. Very similar, to be honest, in the strats. The main difference here is that other classes are boosted. Stage 2 here has Paralysis, which Luffy ignores. Attack down, which Luffy removes with special. We have the Strength Ore Barrier, which we have Sanji on. Sanji has the Chopper support in case you don't have a max Luffy. If you don't have the Chopper support, there are some options like Pedro here. That hasn't been available for a long time. Luffy has Hyogoro, and that are basically the options I can think of. I don't think the Admirals had anything to remove the attack down. But if Luffy is max, you don't need the Chopper either. And then after using Sanji, you use Green Ball's Super Class to lock the orbs for Green Ball and Akainu, so you keep them for final stage. Otherwise they get Super Block orbs. And we also use Luffy, of course, so he will be able to do some good damage too. Then on the final stage, we also have Death Damage Stage 2, which the Barter support on Luffy helps with. Stage 3, all orbs are changed to Super Block, which we block with Green Ball Super Class. We have Slot Bind, Green Ball special removes that. We have Damage Threshold, which Brook's special removes. Brook has double special with Limit Break Expansion. Or, I don't even think that's needed, but you do need level Limit Break to remove 5 turns of Threshold per special. 1 orbs have reduced damage, doesn't matter. And then there's Dex type change. So, yeah, with that in mind, the best will have been to keep the Super Block for this stage. So, yeah, that's actually a bit of an issue that I overlooked. One thing you can do is to avoid the strength at least, so that Akainu and Green Ball can do some good damage. You can just reset the game until you get that. But honestly, I kind of overlooked that. There might be some good way around it. The problem is those pesky Super Block orbs. One potential good unit to use is the Kid that gives Super Bomb orbs. But I may post my own teams later, and I will probably be better. But yeah, this team should definitely work for 10 million at least. But yeah, I did overlook that little detail. Otherwise, we do get a lot of good damage here. Attack boost is a bit gimmicky, but we have the support on Fuji. So at least the unit sitting last will get a 1.5 times attack boost. And that's what matters in the end. Otherwise, it's basically the same as the other team, except we get Green Ball's higher war boost. But yeah, these are my accessible teams. I'll be back in a few days with my own teams. See ya. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.